Big game breakdown continues here on SportsBit. College hoop style conference tournament in the ACC, Notre Dame and Virginia Tech. 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Nothing but Fighting Irish money early. Notre Dame was -1. Well, now they're up to -3 total. 141.5. Revenge for Notre Dame in a reasonable sense. They lost at home to Virginia Tech back on January 27th. Hokies were +3 in that ballgame. They won 80-75, but it took one heck of a roll of the dice for Virginia Tech to win that game. Number one, Notre Dame didn't have Bonzie Colson. Number two, they didn't have Matt Farrell. Number three, Virginia Tech hit 14 of 25 from beyond the arc. Well, Notre Dame's got Colson and Farrell back. I'll take the under 14 of 25 for the Virginia Tech Hokies today. And I'll be honest, Notre Dame has to be a headache for the selection committee. This team has legit Sweet 16 talent when healthy. Legit top 20 team, for sure, with Colson and Farrell in the lineup. But Colson missed 15 games. Farrell missed 5. All of Farrell's coming when Colson was out. Notre Dame went 0-5 in those games. So what does attorney do? What does the committee do with the Irish? They're playing like a must-win team here as a squad that's on the bubble. So we talk a lot about fatigue when it comes to tournaments. And Notre Dame is a team we've talked a ton about fatigue this season for because the Irish have no depth. And, they developed a little bit of depth with the injuries. But frankly, Mike Bray is not comfortable going to his bench for any extended stretches. So normally we worry about the teams without depth and say, hey, as the conference tournament goes on, playing every day, you're going to run out of steam. I don't worry about that after one win, not even a little bit. In fact, the team that has one win on that floor often has an edge over the team that's coming in cold. All right, Notre Dame is settled in. They played at the Barclays Center already. Virginia Tech hasn't. Notre Dame made it to the Barclays Center in the last year, the finals in conference tournament play before losing to Duke in that contest. They played well on this floor. They know this floor. That's an advantage for Notre Dame, despite the fatigue rating for the Irish coming into this one. We'll worry more about Notre Dame's fatigue if they win and cover when it comes to tomorrow or the next day. Not so much in game number 2 of their tournament. Now, of course, Notre Dame coming off a flat effort yesterday. And flat's not the right word. I mean, they knew they could beat Pitt, and they beat Pitt. It wasn't pretty, but they also didn't extend in that contest, even though they did play major minutes. Virginia Tech is an interesting story. This is a squad, the only team in the country to beat Virginia, Duke, and North Carolina this season. Of course, they also got swept by Louisville. They also got swept by Miami. This is a really good offensive team, the Hokies, no question. Balance, look at the graphic right here, 6 different guys averaging between 8 and 14 points per game. And just as importantly as the balance, number 8 in the nation in effective field goal percentage at 57.8. They use unselfish play. This is not a team where guys demand shots. Very unselfish squad. And what happens? They end up getting the best shot. Open looks. And they have someone anywhere on the floor who can knock down shots. But size is a weakness. No question. They have the balance. They can distribute the basketball. They have a problem on the glass. Certainly had a problem on the glass in the first meeting between these two teams. They hit a bunch of shots to overcome it. But you look at Virginia Tech's rebounding numbers. Look at the Hokies rebounding. They're not a good offensive rebounding team. They're not a good defensive rebounding team. They're not an overall good rebounding team. That could be a big problem tonight against the Fighting Irish. More big game breakdown coming up next. When we come back, it's Bedlam! Part 3, Oklahoma State, right here on SportsBit. Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.